It's not your mom. Just kidding. There's gotta be a way to do this that's not stupid. Have you ever just retroactively realized that you were about to scare the bejesus out of yourself? I'm like walking down the hall and like I look back and I realize where I left my tripod, just menacingly at the end of the hallway. Fun fact about camera gear, it all looks like some Alien vs. Predator bullshit. I know if I wake up at 2 a.m. and go to the kitchen for a glass of water, I'm gonna shit my pants if I see that at the end of the hall. 1000%. Not today, Satan. Why are you so close?
Hey, yo. Look like I'm going for a swim.
The continuity error is because I had to change my shirt because, I don't know, have you ever washed your face? You know how it is. Like, you gotta do it or whatever because we are turning over a new leaf. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? This is the second video to a 2-video series of a life reset. We might need 10 videos to get it together. Some would argue my entire channel is me trying to get it together. And they wouldn't be wrong. Regardless, let's see if I remember that I'm doing a transition when I wake up in the morning. I remembered. Admittedly, the place that I did this transition, I did not wake up in. My head was on the opposite end of the bed. Definitely not next to the stall gas. Ducky, don't unflurl. Don't unflurl. Okay, so, recap. What have we done to reset our life thus far? First of all, I cleared up any bad blood that I had and that I wanted to clear up. This was in the form of getting my grandma a cat because I took my cat back, which she got attached to, and made her cry. Am I proud about that? Not at all. But what can you do? Then we did some Blues Cluesing in the form of mail-in medical tests and research. And also I did things to take the resistance out of the things that are hard for me to do, like exercise, lug the treadmill in the living room, and been forcing myself to walk on it every morning before the sun comes up. And when you saw me last, I was organizing and cleaning because a fresh start needs some kind of spring cleaning. It just, them's the rules. I had stopped mid-organizing the cabinets. I'm happy to report that they are organized now, as well as I did a deep clean of the living room. So actually very productive. And I would argue that like you could just clean your space and feel a whole lot better about your life without doing all the other stuff. Oh, I also had like an epiphany of like self-love. That was a thing too. And admittedly, I could have stopped there because I was feeling pretty good about my life. I was like, okay, we are doing things. This is more than I have done in the past month for sure. But let's go ahead and keep this rolling or whatever. Girl, I made green chili last night. We are gonna have ourselves a delicious and nutritious breakfast. So cheers to that. I somehow like don't have any oven mitts anymore. Don't know where they went. So this is a reminder for future B. Everyone else just disregard to buy oven mitts. Okay, I have a really solid breakfast here. Let's call it a breakfast tostada. It's just a small almond flour tortilla with some kind of spinach omelet, Mexican flair, in the form of green chili pico de gallo and a dollop of daisy. But while I'm finishing up my breakfast, I figured that I can as well do something that I have been meaning to do for quite a while now. Figure I would edit the description on my YouTube channel as well as like my profile picture, which I have had since the very beginning. Have not changed it at all. Description: cautionary tale at best. Trying to figure it out and documenting it all. Cool. I think that about sums it up. Okay, what should I change my profile picture to? Done. We chose a picture of Chowder. Why? I didn't want to take a picture of my face. I think I'm going to use a little bit of my morning to sit here and make like a proper budget, do a little bit of financial planning, like that kind of thing, because a life audit encompasses... Sorry, you're sitting in onions. It's not the best tripod, but it works. Maybe it doesn't. Anyways, like I was saying, a life audit encompasses all aspects: financial, health, well-being, relationships. As far as like romantic relationships and myself goes, there's nothing to see here. We are not focused on that at this time. Maybe not ever, because like the longer it goes, like the more okay I am with not dealing with the things that people in relationships deal with. But I don't know, things ebb and flow. They go in seasons and cycles. And when you document those seasons and cycles, you do tend to seem like a hypocrite very easily. I digress. Let's make a budget. Now that I'm a bit more settled in my house and not throwing money at home renovations, it's a good time to see what normal spending will look like, as well as buckle down and stop buying dumb shit. Bestie, at 2 a.m., I impulse bought one of those Hannibal Lecter red light masks, and when it came, I immediately sent it back. Didn't even open up the box and check it out, because first of all, it was $300. Second of all, there's no way that works. And finally, even if it did, I would never remember to use it. So time to rein it in and save for Douglas's college education and be a responsible adult. So I have been partaking in Pinterest lately, but it's dangerous because all of a sudden I'm being fed all of these different things about like growing your own garden, making your own food, having your own homestead, and making your own like little ecosystem that goes all together. And all of a sudden I have 5,000 mealworms being delivered to my house because I'm gonna grow the food not only for myself, but for the chickens that I don't even have yet to eat. Hi, I'm just editing this clip and I'm realizing that I need to clarify. Also, I rubbed my mascara, so disregard that. The mealworms are for the chickens to eat. I'm not going to be eating the mealworms, although you could, because people do in certain countries. They're just really squirmy. I couldn't imagine. I don't know. Anyways, just wanted to clarify that. So I got 5,000 mealworms in my office as we speak, along with like these 2 shelves that I rigged with these grow lights. The neighbors are probably super suspicious because I don't got no curtains. And so at night, that glows purple, and it's like the suspicious purple. They're probably growing something. But no, I from Amazon bought this arsenal of seeds that I don't even know if they'll grow in Colorado. But it was like $74 for all of these seeds. And it was funny because like these seeds were marketed for doomsday preppers, like just to have in a go bag in case like shit really hits the fan, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden you have to rely on yourself. I got something to tell you for all you doomsday preppers who just might happen to be watching this video right now. I doubt it, but these don't grow. I don't know if it's a me problem or the seed problem. I don't know if like this company in particular was just banking on the fact that like hopefully there will never be an apocalypse, and if there is, like, oh well, everybody's on their own anyway, so it's not like they'll have to refund them when the seeds don't grow. But I tried these seeds and none of them grew. I feel like planting should be relatively straightforward. I got the soil, I got the water, I got the light. Follow the directions on the back of the thing. I don't know, so point being, I am already too far invested in this to just give up. So we're taking it back to grade school. You know, in like first grade when you were learning about plants and you would take a paper towel, you would wet it, slap some seeds across it, and then put it in a plastic bag so you can literally watch them shits grow. That's what we're doing because I don't know. I can't give up yet. And then you just tape it to the window. So not only am I gonna be growing food, I'll have makeshift curtains as well. A little bit white trashy, but honestly, we're probably already there. But yeah, so I have this idea that I am going to grow my own food, and that will make me appreciate it more. Maybe that will inspire me to cook more, and I don't know, all of this stuff, just basically like eating less processed food, that kind of thing. You could definitely eat less processed food and not have to learn an entire new profession, but there's something wrong with me. There's gotta be a way to do this that's not stupid. So I went ahead and picked up this Farmer's Almanac book because I thought that it was gonna like tell me when to plant the trees that are in my living room because they're currently just hanging out and I don't have a clue. And I don't know what I was expecting. I guess like when to plant crops and stuff for different like weather zones. But this book is filled to the brim with astrology, lore, and weird symbols. I cannot read this book. Y'all, farmers are witches. Stay with me, and think about it for 1 second because like, wouldn't it make a lot of sense that the ones like holding the pitchforks and shouting, witch, 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 were actually the witches? You know, like a whoever smelt it dealt it situation. I mean, it's just a little suspicious, that's all I'm saying, but has anyone ever looked into it? And honestly, how hard it has been for me to like make plants work at all, I do think that you need some form of magic. Anyways, I'm gonna make a couple more of these first grade projects and then stop. I'm not gonna do all of this because I figure like if this doesn't work, then I just have like a bunch of plastic bags for no reason. And then this way, I'll only have 5. So I'll spare you. We got the new experiment going. I used the apocalypse seeds for like 3 of them. And for another 3, I used a different brand. So if the apocalypse seeds don't sprout, we know it's the seeds and not me. Okay, capiche? So to transition and kind of make the seed thing that's seemingly out of place make a little bit more sense, I've decided that I am going to really just like lean into the things that I'm interested in. Because first of all, why not? Life's too short. And I feel like as adults, we often don't make time for the things that we're truly interested in because there's all of these other things that seem to be more pressing. Like for example, I've always really liked creating things. I've liked art, I like pottery, I like painting, but I don't make any time to like sit there and just like f around and make something. And I sat there the other day and I just got out some markers and started just making some designs on paper. Like it didn't need to look good. It's literally no purpose other than just making something. And I felt really good after I did that. And I was thinking about it and I was like, all of the times in my life when I really like leaned into something that wasn't necessarily on some kind of like set path, those are the times when it's benefited me most. Like for example, like the biggest example would be this channel. Pandemic, I was bored as hell. Couldn't go to work, couldn't go out in public. Way back in the day, I had another channel called Happy Cashew. Had a couple hundred subscribers and I would mess around on there, do like weird little skits, be a complete weirdo, and I found like a group of friends from like all over the world and we exchanged mail and it was just like really cool. And so I started it up again. I really leaned into it and now I have the privilege of calling this my job. Which is insane. And I'm not saying like everything's gonna be like that or even needs to be, but I don't know, there's just kind of something cool that happens like when you take time to pursue your interests. But that brings me to another point because it's not all just like this hedonistic doing what makes you happy because like you still have obligations too. If you can find a way to combine the thing that you want to do with the thing that you have to do, like play a little bit of an alchemy situation, girl, you're not gonna need any farmers to cast you a little spell because that shit will be magic on its own. And I think that's the ultimate like ADHD hack. Because again, this channel, weight loss, boring, right? But I like around on the internet and making videos. And in the beginning of this channel, the weight loss thing was successful. Granted, I stopped being consistent, mental health stuff, and the weight loss ebbed and flowed. And I'm not making any excuses. I realize like the things that I do or didn't do result in the present. Like I realize that it's all me, so don't get it twisted. I don't know, I just feel like if you spice up the process a little bit, make something you dread, something you look forward to, that can't be bad, right? So I'm really gonna focus on that and try to like mush some stuff together. But we'll see. Like the growing your own food thing, like that can definitely be slid into like the health and wellness thing. Learning about food, learning to cook better, having some sense of pride in like the food that you grow and then nourish your body with, like that seems cool as hell. Or maybe I'm just a nerd. I don't know. But that's my thoughts. Now we gotta turn off this ambiance because, girl, I had to put batteries in every single last one of those candles. And we gotta save it for special occasions. It's not just lit up on a random Tuesday. It's not your mom. Just kidding. And also I think it's important to shed light on the fact that like the things that you're interested in, no matter how seemingly unrelated, like the things you're interested in are from the things that like you need or have to do, there's always a way to connect them hoes. Just requires a little creativity. So I feel like it's a fitting end to the video to be sat in front of a previous failed attempt. Because, you know, not to be corny or whatever, but like a restart isn't truly a restart. It's a culmination of all the failed attempts prior and moving forward from there. I talk with my hands like a motherfucker. I apologize. Anyways, so I don't know. I just kind of feel, along with the changing of seasons and it being spring now and things are starting to grow, I just feel like this new refreshed hope, being in a new house, getting all my ducks in a row, kind of figuring out a game plan. I just feel like a little bit better than I have in quite a while. I don't know, like another huge thing would be gratitude, and I just want to thank like all of you guys for being so encouraging. Oftentimes I downright get afraid of the comment section because it's like majority of the people could be nice, but like there's always like that one person, and that one person is the one that I listen to. Don't know why I do that, but then it makes me afraid to like look at all of the like awesome people that I have in my corner. So I just want to say a huge thank you to you, and I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!